podcast is sponsored by Happy Warrior Kava. Be a happy warrior. Drink, relax, and enjoy the strong and smooth taste of the best-selling kava in the islands. Happy Warrior Kava.
Aloha and welcome to another episode of HNN Overtime, the Hawaii News Now sports podcast coming to you from the HNN Digital Center. I am Kyle Chinen, joined as always by Cienna Pilotin, Davis Pitner. You might be wondering.
Sorry, guys.
Yeah.
It's been a bit. It's been a minute.
It has been a minute.
We've all been our own journey.
Yeah, our own paths for a little bit.
A little bit, yeah.
Took a little bit of a summer hiatus, the beginning of the summertime. But
that's true.
We are back. We are here for another episode.
We know you all missed us.
I know you did. Our viewers have missed the
Leave a comment below on how much you missed us.
Yeah, the big three. This is the big three.
It is the big three.
The gang is back together.
Yes,
Me and Cienna have been kind of grinding away with the sports now, kind of getting closer to Olympics. And then Davis, we'll talk about it a little bit later in the show, but Davis has
stay tuned for that.
Exciting.
Keep
Mr.
watching.
Worldwide over here. Yeah. International Davis.
A little bit. Just a little bit.
But we're going to start things off back here at home.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
We'll get international in a bit, but we got to start back here at home. This is a quarterback episode, guys.
This is a quarterback episode. Lots of quarterback stories happening all this week. What's going on with that? That was kind of crazy. And we got to start off with the one and only Brayden Schager.
The one and only.
The one and only
Bombs.
Schager Bombs.
Yep.
What a big honor for him though this week.
So he was it was announced that he will be one of the counselors at the 2024 Manning Passing Academy. So for those who aren't aware, the Manning Passing Academy is this big youth football camp that the Manning brothers, Peyton, Eli, Archie, and Cooper.
Yep.
Cooper, sorry.
Cooper.
No shade to Cooper there, but the Mannings, they hold this camp every year. It's, they have other position parts of the camp, but it's mostly for the quarterbacks, right? And so every year they also bring in 40 collegiate quarterbacks to come in as counselors because, the Mannings, there are only so many, there's only 4 of them. So they bring in these quarterbacks that play college football right now, and Brayden Schager is one of them, and I believe he's the only Mountain West quarterback going this year and probably one of the first UH quarterbacks to be represented during the camp. So he's super excited. I got to talk to him about it. Fun fact, he actually attended the camp as a youngin'.
Picture.
Yeah.
That was adorable.
He was a freshman in high school at Highland Park, Texas. Yeah, full circle.
Full circle moment.
But yeah, super cool for him.
It's pretty cool. I mean, we hyped him up so much last year, and I mean, he was a top 10 quarterback weekly because of his passing yards, and he ended the season 14th, right? 14th. In terms of passing yards, so I mean, stellar quarterback. I mean,
stellar guy.
Yeah,
There's actually the kids are very, very lucky to learn from all these guys. But I think Schager is such a great pick. Not only what he brings to the table, skill set wise, but just as a person, he's always just such a nice guy, so easy to work with, genuine, and I mean, people just don't have bad things to say about him, and so. Yeah, the kids are very lucky.
Yeah, and to Cienna's point, just the off the field things, the way he handles himself, I think is almost just as important as being able to play on the field. And for him too, he gets a lot of face time with some of these NFL greats in Peyton and Eli, and their dad, Archie. So he's
don't get that confused.
I know. My bad. Not to be confused with Texas quarterback Arch Manning in the burnt orange. But yes, he's going to pick their brains and also just talk to the other quarterbacks around the country too, because you got some SEC talent, Big 10, Big 12, other conferences that are kind of more like the Mountain West. So it'll be good for him, especially going into what is supposed to be his senior year. There are some reports out there from the Star Ad that he is trying to get another year of eligibility. He's trying to get that exemption, but we don't know the status of that as yet. So as of now, it is his senior year. It did.
I have to say he has composed himself so well lately too, because of that whole thing with him possibly transferring to BYU. I mean, that was a crazy one, because I remember we posted or someone posted the story and the comment section was very mixed at that time.
Totally.
A lot of people were like, if you're gonna leave, why are you coming back? So I mean, during that time, I have to say, I mean, he did compose himself really well.
Right.
And I think everyone is very excited still to have him back here. And to have this awesome opportunity is great for him. I mean, for the future too. NFL, possibly. We'll have to see. We'll have to see what season he has.
Yeah.
He has a stellar season. I mean, quite possibly.
And I think third year officially in the run and shoot, because his first couple years they were kind of, in and out of coordinators and staffs and all that. So hopefully, with a lot of his weapons coming back, Pafele, Stephen McBride, all these guys coming back. So I think we're in for a pretty good treat this year going into the UH football season. But with that said, let's transition into the high school level. Cienna just did a story.
You did a story. What a good story.
Speaking of elite quarterbacks.
Elite quarterbacks.
Kyle's alum. He likes to remind everyone every episode.
I thought he was going to transition into it, honestly. I thought I was waiting for some Mililani reference.
It wasn't my story. It wasn't my story.
It wasn't your story, but it was your story. So, Kyle and I took a little trip out there to his hometown.
Parkway.
Parkway to the Ville. But yeah, we got to talk to Kini McMillan. I wouldn't say just committed because that was about a month ago, but he committed to UW, University of Washington. Yeah, Davis knows about that.
Yeah.
Go Huskies.
Go Huskies. Mel, you listening? Go Huskies.
Yes, Mel.
I'm the supporter.
She's right there.
I'm a supporter.
So he committed to UW. He had about a little less than a dozen offers, Hawaii being one of them. But, he actually was so real with us, and he was like, choosing a college is difficult.
Yeah.
People just, especially when you have offers like this and this could change the whole trajectory of your career. He said it was kind of a stressful process, but he talked a lot with his family, and the coaches came out, watched him practice, and he just felt like that was the best fit for him. Senior year, he wants to end his reign at Mililani with a state championship.
Right.
It's a tall order. Kahuku won the last 3 straight years. And so we just talked to him about what his expectations are. It's always obviously to go out there and win a state championship. But we also talked to Rod York, Mililani head coach. And he was just like, I'm just teaching him how to be a good person on and off the field. And he's a good kid. The future is very bright for him. He could not go to a better program, I think. Obviously there's a lot of changing coaching-wise. It's hard to go back to the College Football National Championship, but they're a really good, steady program. And he's very excited.
42 touchdowns, 3,500 yards.
Give us the stats.
Last season. Well, that's all the stats I have, and that's the only stats that really matters. I always get kind of nervous when these high school players declare what college they're going to junior year, because then it's like your senior year, do they want to win a championship, or do they want to stay healthy for their college experience? And it's like, when you're going to a big school like UW, you want to stay healthy, but it's pretty clear too that he's dedicated to a championship this season.
Absolutely.
And the thing is, the fact that Kahuku won the last 3 straight years, he's like, we got to get this one. We got to get, especially the senior year. And, he's followed in, I said this in my story, he followed in some big footsteps of Mackenzie Milton and Dylan Gabriel. So, Mililani, they are used to talented quarterbacks, to say the least, and they
talented centers. Talented centers?
No, actually,
offensive linemen
to NAI
offensive linemen.
No, but to Cienna's point, he didn't outright say it, but obviously, with the history of the recent history of Mililani football, when it comes to these quarterbacks, like she mentioned,
there's a lot.
Each of them have a championship to their name, at least within their 4 years here. So for Kini, he really wants to cement his legacy with the Mililani program, and I think he has a really legitimate shot to do it this season too. A lot of returning production in his offense, and we'll just have to wait and see. I do appreciate his answer, though, because like Cienna was saying, get the announcement in. Don't have to worry about it. You know, we're going to be, you know, covering the season. And if he had not made a decision, I feel like a lot of the questions would have been like not focused on the season, you know,
That's
looking
true.
ahead, too far ahead for him. So for him to get it out of the way,
Right.
and now he's just focusing on ball one last time, not in those black and yellow uniforms, but in brown and gold.
Yep.
We're back.
Yep.
Thanks, DG, for those.
He was
But,
listening to you.
I mean, probably not actually. If we're gonna be honest, but yeah, it's around that time, you know, when quarterbacks are getting recruited and all these kids out of Hawaii are either making the decision or just kind of leaving it up to the end of the year. But then again, this is just a verbal, and if he does ball out next season, I'm sure offers will start to come in as well. So that might have to change his options too. So
I don't know. He's already got the UW hat on, and you know, he's repping it right now.
UW bucket hat, so
that purple
certain.
and gold,
That
baby.
purple and gold. Go Huskies. Go Huskies.
Go
I'm a
Huskies.
supporter. Yeah, that's exciting. I mean, I can't wait to see him play. And
Yeah.
I can't wait to see that Kahuku matchup. I mean,
I know it's gonna be so
that's-
good.
I
Oh
think
my
it's going to
God.
be tentatively middle of the season. They meet again in the regular season.
that's going to be a packed
so
game.
That's going to be.
That's gonna be crazy.
And I think, I'm pretty sure I have the schedule. I just don't know it offhand. I believe it's at Mililani.
Oh.
So
Meheula Parkway.
it's gonna be popping.
You already know
I'm
Kyle
very
Chinen will be
excited that
there.
It's not in Kahuku.
Yes.
Thank you. Sorry, guys.
That's too
sorry
much of a
about that.
drive.
But
Yeah.
there's nothing like a good game. I think last year I so badly wanted to go to Kahuku Campbell,
Yeah.
but I just couldn't do the drive.
That drive,
It's like-
yeah.
Yeah, so I'm excited. We'll go to Meheula Parkway.
A 20-minute drive compared to the hour.
A road trip.
and
The
like
hour
where we're
road trip.
located, we have to go
Yeah.
through Kaneohe.
Yeah.
And,
It's
and
a big one.
Honolulu,
Yeah.
like, yeah.
It's too much of a
It's
drive.
an adventure.
Plus, Mililani, you guys got that new
Everything,
screen.
yeah.
Everything is like looking
Yeah.
good over there.
We're getting some upgrades. I think it's only the second year of this new turf.
Yeah.
That screen. Didn't have
Everything
that when
is
we were
looking
around.
nice. Everything is looking nice.
The uniforms, like they're just gonna be looking saucy,
Mm-hmm.
which is right. They rightfully deserve to look good. I've said this from the start. We deserved better.
Oh my God.
Let's. We're not gonna bring that up. I will say, going from purple and gold, the Huskies,
Yeah.
to burgundy and gold,
Oh.
we have to talk about the other quarterback on our list.
From high school to college to
the
pro.
pro.
Look at that. We're hitting all the high notes.
all of them. Obviously, we're talking about Marcus Mariota.
It's your guy, Kyle. You saw your best friend.
Yeah.
No, well, he is always just the best to work with.
Yeah.
Anytime we have a shoot, anytime he's available, he is just the most open and easiest to talk to. And this year he was back in Hawaii for his annual Motivate Foundation golf tournament. It's a yearly event. I've gone to the last couple. This year is over at Ho'okale in Eva Beach, so it was a bit hot.
Marcus is
I
back.
bet.
Yeah.
The last couple years prior, it was in what was it? I think it was Oahu Country Club, so like on the Pali. So a little bit of valley, a lot of wind, but this was just pure sunlight. And he was there. It was the 8th annual tournament, and this one was a little bit special because 2024 marked the 10-year anniversary of his Heisman victory. So we had the Heisman out there. I got to see it in person
That's
for
pretty
the
cool.
first time. That was pretty sick.
Oh,
and
look at that.
Everything was themed to Oregon
Oh, I love
with the
that.
green and
That
yellow.
is cool.
Yeah.
That's cool.
And then, he was out there. He was very open and cool with everyone participating. So he does this thing where he just plants himself on a single hole, and he gets to
Serious.
play with every single group.
That's really
So,
awesome.
every person that signs up for the tournament gets to play at least one hole with him. So that was super cool of him. And then, we got to talk to him about obviously the 10-year anniversary of the Heisman, his time at Oregon. Like, it was just a lot of good memories and just that legacy run that he had in Eugene, that Heisman season. And then also talking about his first year in Washington with the Commanders. Talked a little bit about working with rookie Jaden Daniels. And you know, he's always very open and he's very aware of kind of where his career is at the moment. So, yeah, it was really cool to just catch up with him again.
Yeah, he's definitely had some highs and lows in his career.
Yeah.
I mean, but he's such a nice guy. Mm-hmm. Like, when we talked to him, too, when he was with the Raiders, and, I mean, all the other times after, he's just so humble about himself, and he knows, like, you know, he's not a starter right now.
Yeah.
I mean, but he's fine in his place as a second string or however many strings back. So, I mean, that's just cool. It's cool that he does this here in Hawaii. Well, very cool for Marcus, guys. What a cool opportunity this week. And, you know, something not fun that I'm just going to briefly mention. Celtics won NBA. Good job. They beat the Mavericks 4-1. Do we care?
No.
No, we really don't care.
I have nothing to say about this.
Nothing to say. I wrote stats down, but I'm not even going to mention them. We don't even need the stats.
Nope. Don't need them.
Wow, Celtics won.
I just love that Jason Tatum has been trying to make an iconic moment the entire time and has just failed miserably.
I love that people are like, he rehearsed in the mirror, like, you know, he at home, like, thinking what he won't do.
He's.
Look, here's a picture.
Oh, okay.
Picture's gone.
Yeah, he sits Deuce down and he's just like, like rehearsing.
Deuce is so cute. That's the one compliment.
Yeah,
that's the one. Yeah.
I will say that moment when he lifts him up in the
like,
computer.
That was cute.
That was good.
Everything else though,
corny.
Just corny.
Yeah.
Waste my time.
It's just a waste of time.
Apparently they have the parade today.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yep. All right, guys. Well, we have to end off the show on a high note, and something that is high is the sphere. You know, we mention it every time.
Yes.
No. Wait, we always try and do a funny transition. I was thinking about making a joke about the sphere, but it's pointless. So.
Oh my goodness.
How long did you rehearse that?
What, like.
How long were you in the mirror this morning? Like 3, 2, 1.
That was a 10
Were you workshopping it with
That
Mel
was a 10
last
out of 10
night?
right
She's
there.
like, maybe go this way. Maybe go
a different direction.
Just go a different direction.
Maybe scratch that.
Just intro the story.
Just intro. Yeah, I know. Well, guys, we got to keep going. This is the sphere, and it's getting an upgrade.
Ooh.
They are going to be adding sound to match the exterior display. The CEO teased the new feature last month. The system, called Exo Audio, will sync with content displayed on the exterior of the exosphere.
Huh.
The audio will make its debut on the exosphere as part of their 4th of July celebration.
Ooh.
So the show has been described as a tribute to art, science, wonder, and the history of Nevada. So lots of stuff happening on the 4th of July.
That is pretty cool.
Yeah. The sphere, that's pretty cool. Like, I mean, I didn't realize that there was no audio to it because I've never seen it, but like, that's cool.
Yeah.
It'll be like a full, like Disneyland stuff.
It's going to be a full show. But talk about a distraction to drivers over there.
Yeah.
Like, oh my God. If I'm driving on that road, I'm getting distracted by the sphere.
I just remember all the, when F1 was in Vegas, like all the drivers were like, can we turn that off?
Yeah. It's like, had those little googly eyes
Yeah,
looking at them.
exactly. And its little helmet and stuff, like just looking at them while they're trying to race at 1,000 miles an hour, like.
Very pretty.
It is. It looks really sick at night.
God.
Like, you can't beat that, honestly.
Yeah.
See, you've seen it in person.
I have.
And I'm just jealous.
It's humongous. It's huge.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Ginormous. And it is very distracting, but it's beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
That is something
like, you
I
actually
just need to see.
Don't realize how big it is until you're like flying in over Vegas.
Oh
and
my
like it makes the
gosh.
hotels look small.
Really?
Yeah,
my
like
Wow.
it's huge. And you see like Allegiant Stadium is like literally the size of an ant compared to it.
Oh my god, that
goodness.
is just crazy.
That's so cool.
All right, we're gonna have to think of some sort of excuse to go back to Vegas. Some
I think
sports
we'll
story.
have a bunch of excuses.
Oh yeah.
yeah.
Definitely need
will
to
have
go
to.
back. And do some. We should do the podcast in front of the
Please.
Sphere.
Yeah, podcast on the road.
On the
I'll
road.
try and think of another transition.
On the road. Around the world.
I'll rehearse it a couple times in the mirror,
Yes.
and then I'll come back.
3,
I'll come
2,
back.
1.
We're just gonna be like, if
Hey
we
guys, did you know it's pointless?
Davis is doing that High School Musical.
All right, hold on. It's scary how in sync you guys were right there.
I mean,
that was like,
you gotta know the reference.
Oh my
As soon
God.
as I did this, Kyle was like, I
Kyle
know
was
what's
in it.
happening.
Kyle was
clicked.
in it. Oh my god.
You just gotta like growing up. That's High School Musical.
I love High
It's just
School. Yeah,
ingrained
High School
in,
Musical
in,
was
in
good. It was
in our
good.
brains. I know we've done it in the past, but I've always said number 2, top tier for me. Top tier.
Yeah.
But speaking of the Sphere, it is shaped like a globe. And Davis was globe trotting
Oh
the
my
last couple
goodness.
weeks. You just got back
That
from
was
your
a great
honeymoon.
transition.
Thank you.
Yeah. Great
Yes,
transition.
Happy honeymoon to
Yeah.
you guys.
Yeah.
Tell us about it.
Yeah, I can go on forever about it, but I'll just talk about the main highlights. So, Mel and I, we went on our honeymoon to Europe. It's part of a tour. We were with like around 40 people. We went on like a tour bus, 5 countries, 8 cities.
Wow.
It was a non-stop trip. It was crazy. We would go on the bus, go to one city. They were like, all right, you have like an hour, 2 hours here, do some shopping, eat some food, get back on the bus,
Wow.
head to the next city, the next country. It was completely wild. Some of the best tasting food
bet.
I've ever had.
Oh my gosh.
That was so good. Fun fact, Hungary is known for their paprika. And so in a lot of their foods, they put like this sweet little paprika in it. And it is
God.
like best thing ever.
Interesting.
So
You were telling us a little bit before we started recording. What was your highlight?
Yeah.
Of the trip?
main highlight, and if you were to ask Mel this too, it was her main highlight as well.
Oh.
We went to Austria, and we went to Salzburg, saw all the lakes over there, but then we also went up to the Alps in this place called Eagle's Nest. And so it's not actually an eagle's nest. It's just the name though. It was like a cabin that actually Hitler built. Summer, like a little. I know. It took a big plot, a pretty big plot twist.
And that was your favorite?
Well, no. Sorry, no.
Oh, David.
Hey, so this place has now been turned into a big tourist attraction.
Gotcha.
Yeah, so that was the story behind the cabin. But the view up there, once you get to the top, you have to take an elevator, and you're literally on top of the mountain. Alps are all around you. It was
sick.
snowy on the Alps. Oh my
Beautiful.
god.
Snow-capped mountains.
So
it.
crazy. It was like no clouds at all in the sky. Coolest moment. Second moment, I'm just going to briefly mention Budapest. They have a parliament building that is what they're known for, just because of its looks, its architecture. At night, though, we did a dinner cruise and went on a boat on the water, and it was lit up at night. And it was like,
Wow.
it was the coolest thing I've ever seen in my life. Like
That's
that
sick.
was
I love it.
that was crazy. So yeah, it was lots of good food. Every city seemed to be known for their desserts. So our tour guide kept telling us to try it. So I need to go work out starting
Jealous,
next
man.
week. That
It
was
was vacation
too
mode.
Your
much.
honeymoon,
Yeah.
you're fine.
honeymoon,
That's the
yeah.
excuse.
You're
That's the
right.
excuse. But it was fun. It was fun. It was very
I'm glad
fun.
you guys are able to get away from work and
Yeah.
celebrate,
You guys needed it.
you know, your marriage and have a fun trip. And I was following along
Me
both of
too.
your guys'
On
Instagram.
You know,
Instagram.
I kept
Yeah.
having to post, or else I was gonna forget like
No,
everything
I'm
that I
glad you
did.
Yeah.
Every
No.
time I
We were going city by city. I'm like, oh my god, what did I do today?
No, I love it.
It looks
It was
so
like
much
the
fun.
highlight, literally
Yeah.
looking like, oh my god, they look so cute. They're having so much fun.
I have about 2,000 pictures on my phone.
Jeez.
Majority of Mel as an Instagram
As it
husband.
should.
Gotta
Yeah,
be.
As an Instagram
husband.
is so real.
That is now. That's like my role right now. Is
Know
an
your
Instagram
role.
husband.
Stay
Know my
in that
role.
Yes.
I'm just gonna stay in this role.
Stay
I
in
think.
that role.
Guys, if he wanted to, he would.
He would. Period.
But no, yeah, I mean, yeah.
It was fun.
That's super fun.
Yeah, it was fun.
We're glad you're back, though.
Yeah.
We're glad all of us are back.
Yeah.
It's good to be back.
Then it's been crazy. It's been crazy the last couple weeks. But you know, the summer's coming up and we have some stuff lined up. Obviously, Olympics are coming up, so we will be doing a lot for that.
These two have some stuff brewing, guys, for the Olympics. Stay tuned for that. I've been hearing rumors. So
the murmurs.
The murmurs are true.
The rumblings.
So the rumbling. Stay tuned for that. Let me just tell you, these two. I'm just telling you.
It's gonna be. It'll be fun in the long run. It'll be fun.
It's a lot.
It's gonna be a lot, but hopefully you guys are along for the ride. It's gonna be a busy summer. Looking forward to it. I think with that wraps it up.
Good episode.
Yeah. Thanks so much for listening or watching this episode of HNN Overtime. To check out any of this episode or any of our other episodes, you can hit the QR code right there. It's our new little fancy feature. And then you can also listen to us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, where we get the rest of our HNN podcasts. Also, it's going to be up, the video version, on our YouTube channel, the HNN YouTube channel. Make sure you follow our Instagram, HNN Overtime, no spaces.
No spaces.
That's going to be where we put all of our fun stuff coming up this summer. For Cienna Pilotin, Davis Pitner, I'm Kyle Chinen. Thanks so much for listening and watching. Aloha.
This podcast is sponsored by Happy Warrior Kava. Be a happy warrior. Drink, relax, and enjoy the strong and smooth taste of the best-selling kava in the islands. Happy Warrior Kava.